just on the movie night, it says flammable jelly. Oh God, they're already going in. Okay, all right. So for those that don't know, this is the lovely Darcy, my awesome friend who moved away. Anywho, you put me on to this movie, The Beekeeper, and I'd like to know your thoughts on it.
According to my husband, I only watch movies that blow stuff up, kill people, and lots of fighting. So that
had all three.
I had all three, and I loved the movie.
Awesome! Yes.
I went back to rewatch it since this is my first time doing this. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so I just wrote down some notes because I wasn't sure what we were going to talk about.
All we're going to do is talk about the movie. That's it. That's it.
Gotcha.
All right. So, and guys, feel free to drop your comments and questions in the chat. We're going to talk to them. The Crafty, I know you want to get on this, Joe. We're going to schedule something. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. So, I enjoyed this movie. I was rooting. I got so mad in the beginning. Oh my gosh, yo. So the opening credits for this movie, it could have been a horror movie. Like all the bees and the clippings, and they were in the music. I was like, am I watching an action movie or a horror movie? It works both ways. I would have been down for either. So I just got off of the Keanu Reeves, John Wick thing, so I've kind of been rolling in this action thing. Oh, I'm here for this, The Crafty. Oh, Lord, here we go. Quick question. Felicia Rashad, her character, and Jason Statham. Was there something going on there?
I don't think so. I think that they were two totally different people from different backgrounds, and he was like, didn't care about anybody or anything, and she cared about everything and everyone. And it just was one of those, someone needed nurturing, and he needed that nurturing at that time, and she was there for it, and she was just one of those good vibes people.
So, I love the wholesome spin that you put on it. I do. However, I think Clay had some plans that night, and I'm not the only one. Let's see. According to the Crafty Misfit, says Scott asked the same thing. They hooked up. She looked at him with
the sexy eyes.
Those sexy eyes. She did. She was throwing out the feels. Okay, let me take care of you. She was throwing out the feels. Listen,
you guys are perverts. Leave her alone.
Look, if she had said, "Come on, sugar, let me take care of you. Come over for dinner. Feed you." Okay, cool. But that's not how she delivered them lines. That's not how she delivered them lines.
I'm not believing it.
Boom, chicka, wow, wow. And he was bringing over honey. A jar of honey, which in my mind is his version of a bottle of wine, because he don't drink.
I'm still not. I'm not doing it.
All right. Well, you know what? You're not alone because the Crafty Misfit says Felicia looks at everything with those eyes. She's got the sexy eyes. She can't help herself. Okay.
That is true. I will agree with that. She just has that look.
She does have that look. Okay. All right. Okay. We will keep it PG-13 in that arena. I will stand down. So the funny thing is, when I was looking at this movie and watching it, I forgot all about the what they call them, the murder hornets, the hornets that were like that from Asia that had come over here. They were destroying bee colonies back in 2020 or 2021, something around that area. And I was like, oh, it's right. I wonder how that is coming. So I looked it up, and we brought down the hornet population, the Asian. So it's not they've controlled it. They've contained it. So, just in the movie night says, you guys, I said the same thing. It was about to get sexy. Guys, if you're just coming on, we're talking about the Beekeeper with Jason Statham. So feel free to drop your thoughts. If you think that him and Felicia Rashad were going to be a thing, I'd like to know. I'd like to get some more votes in my corner. So the other thing about this is even though it's like a crazy dumb action movie, it highlighted the whole issue about like cybercrime, especially them like preying on like the elderly. And I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, my mom just got a laptop a little while back, so I need to kind of like sit down with her, school her, see what's going on with that.
It's true. I have a client, and her mom they're going through, her and her siblings are going through this with her mom, and it's actually someone who is pretending to like her, and she sends her money. So when, this whole thing came around that time with my client, and she was telling me everything that was going on, and I don't understand people, how they can, just do that and bring them to the point, like in the movie with Felicia, like she lost everything. Well, how do you like bounce up from that?
Yeah.
And because you're never going to get it back. They don't care about that stuff.
No.
It's
And
sad how she can't, unfortunately, that is true stuff, that people do that, how she handled it. And, it just, I don't know. I think anybody that takes advantage of old people, even in movies, it just kind of, I hate to see it. So I'm glad he went out there and handled business.
So let me tell you, like, the rule about movies in your hero. Your hero can do unlawful, unspeakable things as long as the people he's going after are doing worse things. So them opening up the floor with this horrific scene. I mean, they don't show you what, the aftermath. They just, like you see. I'm like, you see the aftermath, but they don't see that. But it putting that anger in you for that, character, it puts your conscious at ease the rest of the movie, because you're like, yeah, get him. That one too, in the back. I see him. Get him. Get him.
Get them all. Because I would have let the whole place burned up with everybody in it. I wouldn't told anybody to leave. So.
Oh, interesting concept. Hold on. Just in the movie night says, I have a feeling you and I are going to say the same things, Lisa. My big question was her self-harm, a fake out for a sequel setup. Mm. 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 See, oof. I don't think so. I wouldn't mind it, but I don't think so, because I feel like the rampage that he went on and the way that her daughter responded and everything, I don't think it was a fake out. I would have loved for it to be a fake out, but I don't think it was. It needed to be. It was quite the inciting incident, if you know what I mean. So, let me see. But I was yelling at the screen, yo. I was yelling when she was on the phone with the guys and they were like feeding the lines. I was like, no. It's like, I'm like, yeah, don't. Oh God, no. Call your daughter. Call somebody. Call anybody. And I feel like the charity is what kind of pushed her over the edge. I think if it was just her accounts and they hadn't gotten to the
Mm-hmm.
charity, it would have been a whole different thing. But the charity, I think it's what pushed her over. Uh, Pre BX and Y, I'm thinking of who that is, says, amazing movie, always great watching scam likely get what they deserve. And the Crafty says, that would have been interesting if they did fake us out. Now, Crafty, that would have been interesting, but it also would have meant that they were in a relationship because they faked out so they could run away together. See? Comes back to me being right again. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Just let it happen, Darcy. Just let it happen.
No, you're not going to do that to Felicia.
Rewatch. What do you mean? My girl wasn't out here laying it up all over the place. It was just her and Adam Clay.
Let them have their business. Let them have their private lives.
Oh, I bet they had their business and private lives. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't with you.
Yo.
Dirty.
Okay. And just so you know, we don't have to talk in order. So we can jump all over the place. Whatever comes to your mind, we can jump all over the place. What's up with them? The bee puns had me laughing. The bee puns were hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
They were hilarious. I was like, I wish I had written them all down because they were like, y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me with this. Y'all don't have to go this far. We get it. We get it.
Like I didn't appreciate it until I watched it for a second time. Because now I already knew what was happening and what was coming.
Yeah.
So I was able to refer back and knowing what was coming from those bee puns that he was making.
Yes.
It was even better the second time around, as appreciation for that.
Mm-hmm. Like, so did you see this in the theaters?
No.
Originally? Okay. I obviously I did not. I missed the theater run. But I would have had a blast with this in the theaters. You heard me, Scott? I would have had a blast.
He has to have the whole surround sound, so it feels like you're at the theater. Especially when it comes to movies like this.
Yes.
Because this was my pick, of course.
Oh, here. Okay, they doing it to us in the comments too. Just the movie night says, behave, guys. Behave. Now, the way you wrote it, Austin Powers is all I was thinking of. The way you wrote it. So, but I haven't visited Austin Powers in a minute. Those first two movies were really good. All right, quick question. What was your favorite kill in the movie?
The elevator scene.
Ooh.
I like the part when he sits there, even though, there's 5, 6 guys in there and not one of them got him with the shot through the ceiling.
Yeah.
And then he drops that elevator and I didn't even notice how he got them all to go down one after another. I thought it was just the ones who were stuck there. And all of a sudden I just see them all falling like dominoes and I was like, damn.
Yo, that drop where the body gets cut off, I was like, ooh. And how clever they were about that? Like, they only showed him killing like the private security or evil guys. He never killed like the FBI people. He injured them.
He always, he said a few times in there that he doesn't hurt the innocent.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't kill the innocent or whatnot, but everybody who did die deserved it.
I concur.
What's your favorite kill scene?
Actually, my favorite kill scene is when he, after he's cut off the guy's fingers, and he catches him on the bridge, and he hooks him up to the truck.
Yeah.
It was funny too to me. I'm sorry. And the truck goes off. He goes, "Ooh." I love that scene. I was like, "Yo, rewind."
Yeah, he was so hard in there when he was blowing up all the or shooting up the beehives.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as he got in there, he was running hard, got his fingers cut off, was crying.
Yep.
All of a sudden, now he ain't as hard as he was, hurting those poor bees.
Nope. Nope. Let's see. Just in the movie says, bullcrap, cops died. Show me the receipts, Scott. Show me the receipts. And the Crafty Misfit says, that's mine too, the fingers guy. I laughed at that too. Whee! Guys, this was a fun movie. I'm sorry. It was a fun movie. Just in the movie night says, the elevator could have killed the daughter and her partner. It was by sheer luck that he didn't kill the innocent. But he didn't. And as Brandy always says, almost doesn't count. So. That's just me. So one of the things the other thing I liked about that scene was he got on the phone. Kelly got on the phone with what's his name? Derek, the little Hunger Games dude, and
the president, Josh, or whatever, the president's son.
Yeah, and he says, you don't sound like you have real estate planning or something. He goes, I'm 28. Why would I need that? And he goes, you'll find out. And I was like, yo. Maybe I should look at
you. Why is it that with all the action, like movies like this, why is there always a phone call? Like the other movie I could think of off the top of my head is Taken, when he's talking to the bad person on the other end, pretty much warning them that he's coming, but they still just want to play games. Every movie I see it like that. It's hilarious to me. I like that part of the movie where they pretty much warn you, but you don't want to take their advice.
That is because, Dasi, as the Bible says, pride goeth before a fall. It is your downfall. Your ego, your pride is your downfall.
True. And a gas station wasn't his fault.
Oh, hold on. What they said, hold on. Let's see. Okay, Crafty says the gas station people, at least 20 people blew up. Okay, yes, that wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault.
He was just protecting himself.
Exactly. And it only showed that the girl died. It blew up after he drove away, which I'm assuming means he told everybody to leave. Let's see. Just in the movie says he threw the jelly. He threw the jelly. The honey?
Oh.
Wait, what you mean he threw the jelly? Is that a euphemism for something? I'm not hip with all the, modern lingo. Let's see. Oh, yo, when I see, okay, I didn't look up the cast or anything outside of Jason Statham. So when I watched I saw for the first time who was in it. I didn't know Felicia Rashad was in it. I didn't know Hunger Games was in it. Josh Hutcherson, I think his name is. And then I didn't know Scar was in it. Jeremy Irons. He thought it was gonna be Scar to me. When he came out on the scene, I was like, uh-oh.
Guy?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was Scar.
Oh, what? Go back and rewatch Lion King, and you will hear immediately. He had one of the best songs in the whole movie, which actually technically only sang half of it because his voice got messed up. So now that voice actor came in and sang the second part, you can't tell the difference. You literally can't.
I have to go watch it.
Okay. He threw the jelly and it blew up the gas station. I thought it was a match. Royal Jelly is honey. They said it a billion times. Okay, Scott. A
I was
billion
too
times.
busy
Okay.
watching stuff blow up. I didn't hear anything about royal jelly.
True.
That was my main
Um.
concern. Was the explosions and the killing the bad guys.
Oh, speaking. Okay. When Jeremy Irons reached out to his connect in the CIA, Minnie Driver, and she was like, "Don't worry, they're taking care of it.
Uh-huh.
The Beehive is gonna take care of it." And then they sent the chick, and she got demolished. That second phone
We're gonna
call, was like,
stay neutral.
yes. You know what? Upon further review, we gonna mind ours. We're gonna mind the business that pays us over here. Because I honestly, that itself was an interesting twist to me. Because I thought that was going to be the beginning of something, and they're going to send even more forces, but they didn't. Which in a movie that's very like paint by numbers, that was a surprise. I was like, oh, well. And oh yeah, what's up, Fahad? Let's see. Jessica Movie Night says, never heard about Irons singing. Great fact, thank you. Yeah. You watched The Lion King, the animated one. The animated one. First one, the original. We do not acknowledge the live action. So, is it? Oh, okay. Back to no one else dying at the gas station. Thank you for that. My girl pulled out. What was that? A machine gun?
Yeah, it was like a
A
military.
military grade machine gun. And I'm like, okay, no one else died? Like, I will definitely give this to you, Scott. It's possible some other patrons died, but again, it wasn't by our boy.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't. It wasn't him. He was just trying to get some gas and be on his merry way.
Yeah, there was
So
like I think what they said was it was like 6,000 shots a minute from that gun. I mean, lucky that
was
the
it
whole
6,000?
neighborhood wasn't dead.
I thought it was 500. It was like it was in the thousands.
I think so. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me.
Listen, I know that for movies, especially action movies, you suspend your belief, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're telling me that thing shot off 5,000 rounds and nothing ricocheted and nobody got hit,
Mm-hmm.
well, I guess you gotta turn your brain off completely to enjoy this, which I did. The Crafty Misfit says that girl was dressed like she came out of the Matrix with a makeover by Derek Zoolander. Oh my God, that nails it. That description is so damn accurate. So damn accurate. Now, did I like her look? Guilty. I liked her look. The
She
Beekeeper.
fit the part.
She definitely fit the part. She definitely fit the part. I was like, subtlety isn't her thing. He walks around with a baseball cap and regular clothes. So image-wise, she's not subtle. And let me see. Was it?
It was actually funny because they said they should have got rid of her a long time ago when they were talking about that she had sent her. And she's
Mm-hmm.
like, she's crazy. You shouldn't have sent her. She should have been gone out of the program a long time ago. But
No,
I
I thought they were talking about who's the head of the program.
no, the part when he's talking to her, um, while she has her little black dress on, and she
Yeah,
was like, no, like when he first called that lady, the one that was supposed to fix it for him,
yeah, yeah.
and she told him who she was sending, and he says you should have got rid of that one a long time ago. Should have been out of the program, and now
No,
God help us out.
No, I heard that, but I thought that he was talking about the head of the program, that person being crazy, and they
I
shouldn't be.
thought he was talking about the one
Oh, okay.
she
You
was
know, I
sending.
gotta rewatch it now because I could have sworn it was the head. But okay.
No, you could be right. You could be right. I just took it as that she was talking about the one. He was talking about the one that she was sending to the gas station.
No, I need to rewatch this because now I had a theory for after this movie, and now I need to know. Just in the movie night says she was also shooting the pumps. The movie is hilarious. She was shooting the pumps that are full of gas. She was. The crafty misfit says, where is it? It was a bit extra. I go to all my contract kills dressed like a futuristic psycho Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
Just in the movie, it says, Beekeepers, a secret organization, employs a giant red flag. Oscar-winning actress, Minnie Driver in a second role. Gotta be set up sequel bait. Okay, thank you for bringing that up because that was my other thing. So the lady who he was talking to, who was orchestrating, like, yeah, trying to get the other beekeeper person, she is, as he said, an Oscar-winning actress. Like she's a major. So I was just like, oh, this is her little role, just this right here. It's like, oh, okay. So for him to say, gotta be set up for sequel bait, that makes more sense to me, which is also why I thought they were talking about the leader of the organization being kind of crazy and they should have been gone a long time ago, because in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's the sequel. He's going to go dismantle the head of that organization because they don't know what they're doing. But again, now I have to go back and rewatch it to see if, unless you guys know in the comments, if she was talking about the crazy person being the beekeeper that got sent or the one that's over the beehive organization right now. Lots of words.
I was really shocked that the daughter didn't help him way before when she did. Was it Agent Parker, Felicia's daughter? Like
Yeah.
she waited till the very end of the movie to let him go, which was cool too.
Well,
but I'm surprised she didn't help like way before then.
Well, that's because she was wrestling with her own morality about like doing the job the right way, but these people aren't only doing scummy things, but they hurt my family personally. You know, do I sit back and let Clay do his thing, or do I, fulfill my oath of the law? And I feel like Clay put it simply to her at the very end that made it easy, not easy, but made it clear for her to make the decision because she was wrestling. And he said, are you going to, I think it's something like, who are you going to follow? Are you going to follow the law? Or are you going to follow justice? And him separating it like that, I feel like, okay, that solidified it in that moment for her decision. She was more about justice than the law. She's probably seen a lot of injustice done even under the law. Let's see. Justin McKnight says it was the gas station girl they were talking about. She's right. Okay, you're right. They're talking about the gas station girl. Got it. And so since the organization backed off immediately after she died, he probably doesn't have any reason to go after them then, because they were like, we're going to remain neutral. We're going to mind our business over here.
Smart decision.
Smart decision. But speaking about Parker, I don't know what was up with her partner Wiley, but his energy was my energy. I felt it. He was like,
he was hilarious.
He was so funny, yo.
He was cracking me up, especially after when Clay took him down.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you
Like,
didn't get him? And he was like, no, he's slippery, or he's tricky.
yeah, like he had this whole like I'd rather be anywhere but here mode the whole time, and I was here for it. And
He's ready to get down and help before she was. He was ready to give it up for all of it.
yeah, he was like, you sure you shouldn't just let him like finish the job? They did hurt your mom. They did like like if I was over this operation, we would have been chilling, just collecting bodies. um. Oh, so hold on. Just in the movie night says, did you both notice the odd ceiling leak background story during the lead detectives talking? It was prominent in the shot, and it took 4 people to try to fix it. It seemed important. Bad editing question mark or deleted scene. Damn it! Now I gotta go back and look for that. No, I didn't notice
There's
that.
the art sailing leak background story during the lead detectives talking.
Maybe like the ceiling in the scene was like leaking or something, and is that what you mean? And people coming in the background and trying to do something with it? Is that what you mean? Or
I don't
deleted
even
scene?
remember that.
Man, let me tell you,
I think
I
it
was
might have been
not looking
around
at the
the
background.
time that I was hyped up and I wasn't really focusing on anything else.
Yeah, and I only watched it one time, so I was off the hype as well. I have to I'm going to rewatch it with all the information that I have now. Um, Now, aside from that, me myself personally, once he took down the second squad team, out, out. You got it. You got it. You the best. You got it. I mean, to see the fear in the people who were aware of the Beekeeper organization or whatever, I'm like, how many beekeepers are there? How many? And I would rather the sequel, because there's definitely going to be a sequel. I'm telling you guys right
I
now.
hope so.
Let me look at the numbers here. The budget for the movie was $40 million. The box office take home was $151.8 million. A movie is considered a success if it makes triple its budget. This made beyond triple its budget. So we're definitely getting a sequel. Okay? So that's happening.
I'll
I'm
be
here for it. I'm
waiting
not gonna
for it.
front. I just don't need it to be I would prefer it not to be a John Wick type of sequel where it's like, okay, he's going up against the Beehive organization. I thought that's what they were going with, but now that, you guys confirmed that the crazy beekeeper chick is who they were talking about, I'm hopeful that they do something entirely different for the sequel. That's not just taking down an organization that trained me, you know,
Hmm.
even though it worked for Born Identity. Um,
I
okay,
feel like it's going to be another thing like Equalizer. You know how he
that's what I
helps,
was thinking.
like how he helped individual people. Like he pretty much got justice for Felicia, and then the next time something else is going to happen to somebody
Mm-hmm.
else that he ends up
Mm-hmm.
caring for, that he has to get justice for. That's how I feel like the
All
sequel would be.
all the man wanted. He was retired. All he wanted was a quiet life, tending to bees, making some honey, and giving Felicia Rashad the business. That's all he wanted. That's all he wanted.
Hmm.
That's all he wanted. Let's see. Okay, so one thing about when he took down Wiley, I think his name is Wiley, the agent, the partner. And
Hmm.
he said, oh, don't shoot me. I have 4 kids. He goes, yeah, I know. 3 girls and a boy or whatever, however many.
Hmm.
And he walks away. I was like thinking, I wonder if he knows about that, because the minute he started to really like develop like a nice friendship with Felicia Rashad, he was like kind of keeping tabs on her daughter and things like that. That's what I'm wondering. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when would he have bothered to have that information once the crap hit the fan? You know, it wouldn't have made
Well,
sense to me for him to like.
didn't he print off a bunch of stuff where he used the finger of the crazy lady at the gas station?
Yeah. Let's talk about the fact that the beekeepers have safe houses.
Yes.
Beekeepers safe
So
houses, yo. That was wild.
So I guess they can get a bunch of information that, the normal government people can't. So
Yeah.
maybe he just did pretty much to see where he stands with everybody and what they have to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And if he needed to use it against him, or if, he took it in consideration that, they weren't bad people. I don't know, but that was that.
Probably. Oh, so just the movie night says that the leak was like in the middle of the shot. He thinks that they were fixing the leak in the scene and they cut it out. Okay. Well, spying on the detectives, I don't know, odd stuff. Okay. No. I'm going to rewatch with this information in mind because now I have to see what you're talking about. Dang, I forgot to check again. I did. So, let me see. Where's my other thing that was. Oh, okay. What about was it blonde tipped Scottish dude with the iron leg? I think he was Scottish. I think his accent was Scottish. The one with the
He was just
fake
stupid.
leg.
I don't even like him.
Yo, he was like a level 12 out of 10. Like he was
I don't.
high energy.
Yeah, it was like I don't know. I think maybe if they took away the accent, I
No.
might have been able to accept it a little bit better. But I think throwing the accent in it put it a little bit over the top.
No. I don't think it was the accent. I think it
Is
was him.
this just
I
him? I don't
think it
know.
was him.
I just didn't see
Like
him necessary.
it was like
He was weird.
he was, you know what? He was just giving the scene his all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his all.
He
And
gave every but I ain't gonna lie, I did laugh when his leg fell off, and I know that's mean I'm going to hell, but I did laugh.
Okay, then I guess we're both in trouble because I just laughed. The crowd says he put up a great fight. Oh no, he was a good fighter.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
just in the movie night says it seemed the accent fake, just like Guy Fury.
Yeah.
Oh, Guy Fury. Okay. Now I know you're talking about the chef guy.
Mm-hmm.
Guy Fury. Oh my God. Oh. Dang it! I can't unsee it
See
now.
it now.
I can't unsee it now. Oh my God. Oh. Like the singer of Smash Mouth.
See, I would say about with Jason, his fight, I guess, what do you call it? Choreography, fight, the fight scenes and stuff, they're smooth. It doesn't look rehearsed or
Yeah.
forced or, a whole ballerina act. It
Yeah.
legitimately looks like he's just fighting, like street fighting. It
Yeah.
doesn't look fake. And that's the one, and that's with a lot of his movies too.
Mhm.
I like the way that he does his fighting.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
movements aren't forced.
Yeah. And like even when he was taking out the groups of dudes, like it wasn't like you got the feeling that they were going one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like that. Like what happens, he like immediately like incapacitated the three closest one, and the other one started moving in. Like it was much more natural than like what you would expect with like one guy taking everybody down. Um, but yeah. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm still laughing about about what Scott said about Guy Fury. God, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
So do you
So
think the president really didn't know anything that her son was doing?
Oh, that's right. We didn't even talk about that. Hold on. First of all, how was that revealed?
With what? That she's the president?
Yeah, his mama was the president.
It's the scene where she's walking and he's asking her to go to like the beach house or something, and then all of
Yeah,
a
no.
sudden,
But what I'm saying is like when they kept talking about like his people, who he knows, who his mother is. Did you think that she was like a president
no,
or?
no. What the first time I watched it, I was blown away at the fact that when she said Madam President, I was like, oh shoot, she's the president. All right, I get it now because
Yeah,
nobody said it. Everybody saw his picture like at the second building when he blew it up. They said, look at the picture, and it was the son in the picture with like the
yeah.
strippers or whatever out at the club. But no
Mhm.
one ever said anything about it till that moment when the lady said, good evening, Madam President or something.
Right.
But I was like, oh, it's the president's son. Figures.
So I thought that maybe she was like the head of the CIA or something, because I thought they were, I thought they were trying to keep it from her, trying to
Mhm.
handle it in house before it reached all the way up to her, or even part of the Beehive Association. Like I wasn't sure, but yeah, when they said Madam President, I was like, who? Come again?
Mm-hmm. And he's sitting there just doing coke on the table on the desk in front
Oh
of her.
my
And I was just like,
God.
oh yeah, okay.
Let's see. The Crafty Misfit says, it's so next level. He's the son of the president. When we saw that scene, we were like, of course, so ludicrous.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, so part of me thought that maybe he was like the, was it, I can't say the word, illegitimate, whatever, like, you know, a quiet baby that no one knows about,
Mm-hmm.
because is it, how is it that the son of the president is involved in this? And even if they didn't know about the cyber thing, but like all the girls and all the drugs, like I know that Jeremy Irons' position was to keep all that hush hush, but the way he was so sloppy, and his mother is not some, you know, singer or actor. She's the president of the United States. You can't
Mm-hmm.
tell me that nobody wasn't trying to like get some dirt. Not like they didn't even like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like even like rumors of things, nothing, like there was no indication. I mean, if that's the case, Jeremy Irons is very good at his job.
Oh, he was
So,
tired of Derek. He was tired of Derek
oh, he
stuff.
was so
He
tired,
he
yo.
was
I thought
he loved his mama, but he didn't want to. He was done with him. He was ready to throw him to the wolves at one point.
so. That is another relationship, right?
Oh, oh, that's
So
definitely a relationship.
that's definitely a relationship. Well, it was not current, because there
Mm-hmm.
that conversation sounded like it was kind of like, remember the good old days, you know, when I used to get a little poom poom, you know what I mean? Like, not anymore, dog. Must have been good enough for you to be putting up with this bull. That's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let's see. Crafty said he was an overprivileged little turd and he needs to hustle people out of money. What level of boredom are you at, kid? Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
according
Like,
to him, he did it to get his mother elected as president. So that goes back to my question about did she really know and pretty much put it all on him? Because she did
so
say she was going to tell everybody the truth, but was she?
I believe that she was, and I think that um, she was operating under plausible deniability. Like, I know a bunch of money came in for my campaign. I don't know exactly where it came, like how it came to be. Like I guess her son or whatever. I don't know how it came to be, but it's here, and I'm not going to question it. I think that's what she was going under, plausible deniability. And yeah, like, I don't like her level of she seemed to have more integrity than her character's previous actions would suggest.
Mm-hmm.
So that like, she was in there trying to be noble about, I'm gonna tell him. It would have made more sense to me if she was cowering in fear, saying, we have to tell him the truth. I have to tell him the truth. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It just, I was like, okay, you're great. I don't know. I just, you know. I know. And Kareem, yeah, I
Don't
see you
even
caught
respond
it.
to it. Don't even respond to it, Lisa. Just ignore that.
You know,
Block him.
I forgot that there are some people in this live who will get what I said. It won't slip past them. Yes, I'm not gonna say it again. And yes, this is going to be uploaded. But yeah. So and then he goes and does all that for his mama. Okay, but she's elected now. Why you continue to scam? Why you continue to do this? You may have started it for her, but you continued it. You liked the money, the power, all that bull. You liked it. You liked it. You liked it, and you kept going. My question is, how long has she been president? Because ain't but a 4-year term over here. So how long has this been in operation? Because didn't Parker say that they've been in operation for a while now? Because she said
Well,
like 8 years, but maybe I'm
he
wrong.
was. If I remember, she was newly elected, but he was doing the scamming basically to get the funds to support her.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been a couple years. Years.
Okay.
Or because it's a family business, so they could have been doing it when they got that whole new filtering system out where it follows the money instead of terrorists, like how he said, how he built it or how he changed it.
Yeah, but see, Jeremy Irons is the reason why he was able to have that program. He knew that Derek was doing some shady stuff, but like his mother, he didn't want to further, because even when he first came to him, he said, no, keep your whatever far away from me. I don't want to know about it. So, just in the movie night says he got her elected with dirty money. Yes, he got her elected with dirty money, and then he just continued. That was the problem. He continued. That was the problem. He continued. So, he was about to shoot his own mom. Spoiler alert.
He was. And that movement, Jason just got him in the head. I was
Yeah,
just,
and
wow, that was
but
quick.
that was quick. But see, but that was another thing about how, like, oh, I did this so that you could get elected. You are hiding your true intentions behind this noble cause of trying to get your mother in office. No, you wanted this this lifestyle, this money, or whatever. Even though you were already whatever. But just the fact that, like, he was so willing, he was so desperate and willing to, like, get rid of his mother like that. Which, again, why? You're already caught. You're already cornered. What was that going to do?
He was taking everybody down with him.
Uh, Just in the movie night says, that little punk got a president elected but couldn't figure out simple things. Listen, Scott, they wanted to make sure you had not one aorta of sympathy for him on his way out. They didn't want you to.
I don't know.
This isn't Killmonger from Black Black Panther, where he was making some valid points, and you were like, I don't know. Nah. They was like, in case you didn't know, he's the villain. He's 100% bad. He's rotten to the core. Bum. Now, when they were talking about the Queen Slayer bee, which is a real thing, I looked it up. I was like, oh, this is real. Like, I learned quite a bit about bees. Thank you, the beekeeper. Which, yeah, I thought he was going to take out Derek and Madam President because we're talking about a Queen Slayer, but he didn't, which also tells me that she, like he believes that she didn't know how she got into office with the dirty money. I wonder how he knew that she didn't know. It wasn't like he was in the room when she had found out. But yeah, one of those things. It's one of those things. All right, so we're about to wrap up here. And before we go, I want to pose to you the poll question that I had put out. I put up a poll question on YouTube and Instagram. It's still up. You guys can go vote if you want to. And that is, what is your favorite Jason Statham solo action film? And I had to add solo because, he was in Expendables. He was in Italian Job. He was in Fast and Furious. I'm talking about solo dolo, when he is the main attraction. And the choices I had, because I can only pick 4, was Beekeeper, Crank, Meg, Transporter.
I am. I'm very upset that they didn't.
Okay, just in the movie night. We just read that at the same time. It says, movie question is, aren't you both upset he didn't use bees as a weapon? So, I am. However, I understand. His thing was getting rid of hornets. Just like he did in the beginning, getting rid of hornets. So I feel like he just has this awe and respect for bees that he wouldn't use them to harm. But yeah, because a bee stings you, they can only use it once, they die. But yeah, I can't believe I didn't even think about that until you said it. He doesn't
It was
use
crazy
bees.
though how he killed those hornets in the beginning.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to do some of the same stuff later on to some people, but he didn't.
Yeah. Yes. If you're not going to use bees to kill, right? At least use the methods you use to kill the hornets at least one time. Some connection, some correlation. Maybe that's what the sequel is for.
We will see.
Just the movie night says, okay, but how about that stun gun thing? Should have come back. Yeah. It wouldn't be the first thing. Jinx. It wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time that they introduce an item that doesn't pay off at the end. So back to our poll question. You guys feel free to put your answers in the chat. We're kind of concluding our talk on the Beekeeper. So your favorite solo Jason Statham action movie is either Transporter, Meg, Crank, or Beekeeper. I know he's had others, but I was just trying to pick the most popular ones.
I don't know, because Transporter was pretty damn good. But I also like both movies. He protected the wronged. So, which I think a few of his other ones he did too. But I don't know. That's a tough one. Which Transporter?
Number 1.
I'm gonna have to say the Beekeeper for me.
All right. So I didn't get a chance to check the poll right before coming on, but last time I checked, I think Transporter was in the lead. Crafty says, I'll say Transporter. Scott says, Crank 2. It's the most insane thing, and you know me. Big Reams says Transporter. Yeah, Crank 2 was wild. Like, I already thought Crank was crazy, and then Crank 2 was wow. I'm gonna have to go Transporter. It was my introduction to Jason Statham, and he was just so like cool in it. His rules, his car, the way he kept up, like it was so freaking awesome. As a matter of fact, I should probably go. I'm probably gonna go try to find it and watch it. But Transporter for me. So Pre says Hobbs and Shaw. Unfortunately, that's not one of the choices, and that's not a solo action film because it's a buddy thing. I'm
It was
talking
horrible.
only
All
his.
they did was argue. I hated it.
I feel like the problem is they were both playing the same character.
Mm-hmm.
And they needed to, and it was supposed to be like a yin yang bouncing off each other, but they were both the same. So there was no real bouncing.
They were acting like my kids.
There were a couple of funny scenes for sure, but you know, like I'm like, as a honestly, the best part about that movie was when they were in there with like Ryan Reynolds showed up. I was like, he should have replaced one of them. Bounce back off. That would have been great. So let's see. I love it. Best Furious film. Just a movie night. Okay, we know that you absolutely love the Fast and the Furious franchise and you can't wait for them to make more. I know. So yeah, so that's my answer. You say Beekeeper, I say Transporter, and that's just for the solo. Yeah. That's my thing. any don't care. It's my choice. Okay, Pre X and Y. It's your choice. Just moving. How dare you? Exactly. Defiant all the way to the end. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on my live. I had an awesome time.
Me
I
too.
hope you enjoyed it.
I did. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
See?
And I didn't cuss either. I just want to let you know how hard that was.
I know. Well, that's why I said you're free to do that. There was only one caveat. That was it.
Mm-hmm. I'm proud of myself.
Oh God. Oh. The Crabby says, "Hey, we're sorry, I gotta say it properly. Hey, we're family. All that matters is family. Oh my God, Toretto. Dom. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I will see you guys next week,
Bye.
Tuesday. So bye.
Thank
I think next week is the final one. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Thank you again. Dasi. And I will catch all of you guys later.